Hello guys! In this video, we're talking about the Deferred Living Syndrome, what it is and how to overcome it. Hit that like button if this rings true for you, and let's get started. When I grow up, when I move out, when I save up. Yeah, this video kicks off with a quote from the band Grot, whether you want it or not. Truly, the Deferred Living Syndrome can start as early as childhood when we're small, and many of us have just one big global dream, to grow up. We dream that when we're adults, we'll be able to decide for ourselves what to eat, when to sleep, and play on the computer as much as we want. And when this dream is not just a nice bonus, but an all-consuming goal that interferes with enjoying our current childhoods, then we're talking about the Deferred Living Syndrome. And so most of you are already adults. The upsides of adulthood you dreamed of have indeed become available to us. But along with them have come all sorts of concerns. Having to earn money, taking care of your health, cooking food, maintaining relationships, and so on. The blissful state that was visible from our childhoods has not materialized. And here we start building new goals like, okay, I'll work this job I hate for now, just to get some experience and save up some money, and then I'll find my dream job and really enjoy it. This is just another step in the Deferred Living Syndrome. All right, so what exactly is this Deferred Living Syndrome beast? It's not a disease, but a mindset where a person tries to prepare for life in advance. But the problem is that real life never seems to arrive. The person with this syndrome always has some bright future ahead that will dramatically improve their life, while their current life is seen as just a rehearsal for the true one. Let's take a quick historical look. The term Deferred Living Syndrome emerged relatively recently, in 1997, and was introduced, if you believe Wikipedia, by our compatriot, Doctor of Psychological Sciences, Professor Vladimir Sirkin. It's clear the phenomenon existed earlier, but Sirkin described it when studying the psychology of Northerners who lived for years with the idea of moving. The difference from a regular neurosis is that with a neurosis, there's a generalized want but can't pattern, while with the deferred living neurosis, it's want, can, but don't allow myself. Sirkin wrote that the first mention of the syndrome can be found in the works of writer Rudyard Kipling, who described the life of an Englishman living in a colony, waiting to return to England to start his real life. But where does this affliction come from? Of course, there's a theory that, like many things from childhood, the syndrome can develop if a parent instills in the child the belief that love, joy, happiness, and other positive feelings are things that must be earned by doing something extremely significant. As a result, the person loses the ability to enjoy the present moment, even if they've already achieved things. It will always seem like it's not enough. They need to do this, and this. And until you've reached the goals you've chosen for yourself, you supposedly don't have the right to be satisfied, happy, and love yourself unconditionally. The main problem is that the moment, the real life that the person strives for, never actually arrives. We always find something that interferes with the ideal picture in our heads. A personal example. I thought that when I left my hated job, I would never have any problems with my beloved work. I would always have the desire and energy to work. But now that I'm a YouTube blogger, while it's going okay, before sitting down to record this video, I procrastinated for several days and looked with horror at having to create something from scratch. The truth is that even if you currently have a job you hate, and you think that when you have your dream job, it will immediately free you from all suffering, no. Even a dream job can sometimes become boring, or you can run out of energy, or experience a crisis of ideas, and so on. It's very revealing, by the way, to see the unattainability of ideals using the example of money. We think that if we earn more, we'll finally be able to afford everything we want. But usually, as income increases, so do our needs, and this race never ends. You can't win this game. The Deferred Living Syndrome causes us to devalue our current lives. After all, everything that exists now is very quickly taken for granted, even if just a few years ago we only dreamed of our current situation. Again, examples can be taken from childhood. If you had demanding parents, you may be familiar with this scene. Got a 4, nothing to celebrate, need a 5, got a 5, that's not a gold medal, nothing special. Got a gold medal, didn't win the Olympics, so it doesn't count. That is, all the child's achievements are devalued, and this carries over into adulthood. You may achieve objective successes, but the voice from childhood will always tell you that there's nothing special here. So how do you defeat this destructive mindset? The best thing, of course, is to consult a psychotherapist and, together with a specialist, try to change the deep-seated beliefs. But there are also things you can start doing on your own. First, learn to be, not think, not do, but just be present. Try it right now. What are you feeling in your body? Are you comfortable? Which hand feels heavier, the left or the right? Do you sense any smells right now? What do you see? What do you hear? Questions like these about what you're experiencing in the moment allow you to return to the present. This is precisely what people with deferred living syndrome miss. This exercise also helps with anxiety. Do it when you notice you're getting too caught up in thoughts about the future. Another life hack against anxiety about the future. Ask yourself 2 questions. First, can I do anything right now to achieve my most important goal? Second, do I have the energy for that? If you answered no to either question, then switch to the present and enjoy what is, because you can't speed up the arrival of a happy future. And second, stop tolerating. You need to understand what in your life you are tolerating. It's best to make a list. These can be both big difficulties and small things, like poor infrastructure in your neighborhood or caustic comments from a coworker. Write down next to each item what you will do to stop tolerating it. This will help you build self-love and self-respect. 3. Try to treat yourself to small life pleasures more often. Happiness doesn't need to be earned. You can give yourself joy right now. Go see a movie, eat your favorite dessert, or buy that sweater you liked, and use what made you happy. Don't put it away for a special occasion. Wear it like your other clothes. After all, you're familiar with your grandmother's habits of putting away the nice dishes and only taking them out for holidays. Don't repeat their mistakes. 4. Celebrate your wins. There's nothing wrong with having a dream or a big goal, but you need to break it down into many smaller goals. And as soon as you accomplish something from that, congratulate yourself thoroughly. Acknowledge all your achievements. They all matter, even the smallest ones. 5. Seek support. You know about the phenomenon of the crab bucket? If one tries to escape, the others don't help him, but grab onto him and pull him back down. In life, you also need to get rid of these crabs. If your circle doesn't believe in you, says, "Why do you need that? Where are you sticking your nose when you're living high on the hog?" And so on, it's worth reducing contact with such people. We need the support of loved ones. The hackneyed phrase, "live in the present," is unlikely to motivate anyone, but if you at least realize that you have the deferred living syndrome, that will be the first step towards improvement. It's unlikely you can get rid of it once and for all, but life is a journey. You can't go through it like a computer game. There's no clear path to victory. There's only the process, which is the most important thing. Remember that.